Hi, this is Paul from GlobalTradingSoftware.com, and this is a gold breakout trade using our Range Breakout Trading Indicator. I'm going to be using also the BIAS Depth Heatmap to give me the confirmation there. But one of the things I wanted to touch base on first is that I have 6 trading screens. This is just one of them. And this is a chart set I have on gold futures right now. So on the left, I have the range breakout set for the European Gold Pit Open and the US Gold Pit Open. On the bottom right, I have 12-minute time frame. I like to not with I see 1, 3, and 12 really good strong time frames for things like harmonics, xBrat algo, that sort of thing. So I want to understand what's going off with the other different types of strategies that you use. And I just wanted to touch note on this because on the 12-minute time frame overnight, we did get the BAT pattern complete in the automated completion zone. Now, for that to happen, it's very difficult, and when it does, the resulting bearish trade is a very high probability trade. But it's about getting that entry. Where is your entry with those harmonic patterns, especially on such a small time frame like the 12-minute? Now, obviously, I was asleep at that point. But what it does is give me confidence that this D pivot has completed in this automated completion zone, which is it's a combination of fib extensions and fib retracements, and where they overlap to give that sort of best fit sort of point. So that's a good starting point. Wake up in the morning and see actually this has happened overnight, and we're looking for a bearish trade. I don't have one scalping really on the 6-star on the xBrat on the top right, but I know the European Gold Pit Open is coming up, 8 a.m. European time. I live in Europe. So one of the simplest things here is that I know the harmonic pattern is completed, and this was where it completed overnight in the previous range for the US Gold Pit Open on yesterday. Keeps touching it, big resistance there. So now it's just a matter of waiting for the Gold Pit Open for Europe. This is the first candle. What happens then is the software actually gives it a label in red saying you're only looking for a short trade out of there. The next candle goes up. We don't take the long out of there. We come back down again, and this candle here is where the range turns red again. So the bias for the range is red. So we're looking for a short, but we don't just rely on that. We look down. The BIAS Depth Heatmap, all 6 time frames higher than this one, are all bearish. This is a good looking trade. So then simply we're looking for an entry 2 ticks below the low of that range, right about there. And then the stop would be just above the range. So there's the entry, and we get a real big move breaking out of there, and that's what we're looking for those pit opens. I mean, that's 55, 57 ticks. 2 options to manage this. One thing that I like to do is if I'm going 3 contracts, I'll take one off at 10, one off at 25, one off at 50. If I'm going to do multiple contracts, I'll always make sure once I've taken that first contract off and taken a bit of profit, I'll make it risk-free. The other instance where we're probably just, maybe just trade 1 contract is we use the manager now on aggressive settings. So when we look at here on aggressive, day trading aggressive, the manager. So we're waiting for this to turn green before we take out the trade on the 1 contract, for example. I mean, you can trade more than that if you want to. So we get this big initial move, we reject the lows, we come back up, we get higher than average volume on 1 green candle, but it's a 1 candle wonder. Then we get it again, but it rejects the highs. So this candle on the manager is green. It's an up candle, but it has more volume than the previous candle. But it has a 618 retracement there-ish from those highs. So that's a pretty good sign that it's going to come back down. And there we go. It comes back down again here. We're still coming down. One of the things I would probably do if I was using the manager right now is we've got a pivot here, go to the last pivot, locking some profit just there with your trailing stop. Very, very simple. Wait for the price action now to figure out what it's going to do. If this ribbon for the manager turns green, take out the profit. If it doesn't turn green, continue to go down unless we get 2 green candles with higher than average volume. That's these dots above the candles here. That's the time to get out. Right now, the ribbon is red. Time to stay in. If we break these lows at this point here, just a quick trade management tip here. If we break these recent lows just here, move the trailing stop to just above this recent pivot, just there. Just sensibly take your time. Unless you've taken that quick 50 tick scalp coming out of that breakout, which is what it's designed for. Sometimes we have what we call confirmation trades where, you know, this ribbon is already red and let's just let it play out. Let's see if it continues to go down. We're risk free, we're locking in profit. And just let it run. So there's options there, but the main thing is I wanted to touch base on that harmonic pattern to begin with, and the links to all these indicators will be down in the bottom of the description. But then it made that a lot easier to make that decision on that gold pit open for Europe. We got the bias on the range as red, so the range was defined, the bias was red. The BIAS Depth Heatmap, all 6 time frames up above, gave us that confirmation. Very, very strong probability trade, 57 ticks. Pulled back, the manager's still keeping us in right now, and we've got profit locked in if we wanted to do that a longer term. So very, very simple strategy. It's about signal, confirmation, entry, trade management, and all the tools I've just discussed there help you get into some of these trades. Now, this may not happen every day, may only happen once or twice a week, but having these chart sets ready for those specific times of days is very, very important with this type of strategy. It makes sure that you are ready and away to go. Hopefully that helps. Speak to you all really soon.